Today on Laser Update, we take a look at the reason why so many students are suddenly showing up to the SRC arena.
Then, we take a look into the intricate mind of a video game developer. All that and more coming up next.
Hello, and welcome to Laser Update for Tuesday, April 23rd. I'm Terrell Rains.
And I'm Joe Mazie. Terrell, are you ready to get the show on the road?
Let's get on the road and let's get this started. Onondaga Community College has plenty of opportunities to help their students succeed. In fact, many students are eligible to sign up for these opportunities. Peter DiBello has more on one of these programs.
Onondaga Community College has multiple programs ensuring the success of its students, ranging from many different career paths. In fact, you may see a large group of students coming from all over the region to be localized right here in the SRC arena. One of those programs may be to blame for that.
The C-STEP program is one of the 4 opportunity programs that we have here on campus. It stands for Collegiate Science and Technology Entry Program, and it's a New York State funded program to help support underrepresented minorities and economically disadvantaged students who are majoring in STEM fields.
The C-STEP program is dedicated to help any who enter. There are, in fact, a lot of students on campus who are eligible to join.
At any given time, in any given school year, we have 115 students approximately. That's how big our program is funded to support, and we have no trouble meeting, getting 115 students.
With OCC making graduation more accessible to a wider group, it will be no surprise seeing many of these students enter the STEM world with ease. For Laser Update, I'm Peter DiBello.
C-STEP encourages students to get better involved in fieldwork, research, and internships before graduating. You can find more information at sunyocc.edu/C-STEP.
With the current semester coming to a close, many students are ending it strong just in time for the heat of summer. But what comes after college for a student? Peter DiBello gives us an inside look at what these students have planned for their futures post-grad.
As the college year comes to a close, some students are already planning on what comes next in their lives, whether it be further education or entering straight into the workforce. Today, I interview some of those students to hear their answers.
Either find a job with something to do with computer information systems, which is my major, or keep working at Wegmans until I find something else to do.
So after college, I plan on working in the accounting field. The ultimate goal is to work with the IRS and know how everybody feels about it, but hey, they pay pretty good, and that pension plan just, whew, nice.
I'm going to transfer to a 4-year over in Buffalo, and after that, I intend to get a job as a financial manager over in Europe.
There are many unique stories to be heard on campus, and many more to come in the future. For Pulse of the Campus, I'm Peter DiBello.
Don't forget that commencement happens Saturday, May 18th at 11 in the SRC arena. Also, if you received an email about being a candidate for graduation, remember to RSVP by May 3rd.
After the break, Olivia Mendez brings us into the mind of a video game developer.
And later, we take a look at what goes on behind the scenes of sound recording. Stay with us, but first,
Console clubs will be meeting up Wednesday from 12:30 to 1:15 p.m. in the Whitney 301. Join them to meet the candidates running for student government.
And you can join the Laser Lounge from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Thursday for open mic night. You can sing, tell jokes, or just sit back and listen to some very talented students. We return after the break.
OCC has helped me not only financially, but also socially.
Well, it's very nice to have a school like this that has a dormitory, and I wanted to put myself into a position where I can kind of surround myself with, learning.
OCC has helped me getting started in college life, technically, also in my adult life. Sometimes I'm particularly making a big step for myself, and I'm starting to make choices for my own.
I've been able to make a lot of new friends since I came here.
I decided to go to OCC because it was significantly less expensive than other schools, and it had a sense of familiarity. My favorite part is the sense of community we have here. I feel like a lot of bigger schools, it's hard to socialize and make friends. It's a pretty diverse campus and a lot of people are pretty understanding. So you never feel like an outcast, which for a lot of schools isn't the case, especially with bigger schools, and that's what I really love about OCC.
My major is mechanical engineering technology. Essentially, it's mostly just using like computer assisted programs and machine tools, heavy machinery. OCC for me, I think it's like a more tight-knit community. So it feels like you're communicating with people who want to be here, and they also are very like kind and courteous. So it's a nice space to be in.
Visit sunyocc.edu to learn what OCC could mean for you.
Don't forget, on Friday, April 26th, Faculty Chamber Concert will be performing in the Recital Hall in Academic 2 at 12:20 p.m. Remember, admission is free and open to the public. We hope to see you there. Welcome back to Laser Update. I'm Terrell Rains.
And I'm Joe Mazie. Ready for these next few stories?
Should be an interesting one to learn about. Video games are everywhere nowadays. It seems you can't go an inch without getting hit with some new release. But have you ever wondered what it's like to go behind the scenes of that? Olivia Mendez gives us a peek on what's going on in the mind of a video game developer.
Owen Fritzen is a full-time computer science major here at OCC. Despite the long hours spent learning, he takes that passion home with him every day.
Growing up, I really enjoyed computers and figuring out how they worked. And when I found out that there's like a whole job field about doing that, I was so excited. And when I wrote code for the first time, I immediately fell in love. I wanted to learn how video games work and get into the field to make them. When playing some of my favorite games, I'll like get to certain parts and I'll look at them and be like, oh, how did they make this work? They probably typed in this code and executed it this way, and I'll like take notes and stuff so I can use it for my own projects. Favorite video game I created was this one I made in senior year of high school for my AP Computer Science class because it got me a 5 out of 5 on my AP exam. If you're learning to code, it's best to get help and read textbooks and work with people that know what they're doing.
Owen hopes to jump right into game design after graduation, and it's that passion that keeps him in control here at OCC.
It must be difficult to find some free time when you're working on games, and managing to balance that with schoolwork is incredible. But as the saying goes, if you get a job doing what you love, you never need to work a day in your life.
Have you ever wondered how music is made? Well, you can bet on there being instruments and voices being involved. But it's not all just strumming on a guitar or hitting a drum really hard. Aiden Mead helps us amplify our understandings of the way we make music.
Many music students here at OCC play live. However, some take a different approach when it comes to being involved in the concerts.
In the first semester, I kind of guide the students through what mics and typicals that are used, and after that then we try to experiment a little bit, right? But we always have a safe setup, so we always get a good recording just in case some of the experimentation doesn't go quite so well. So this is the second year of the recording class sequence. We start applying a little mixing, all the different terminology and things like that, but in a newer context. Instead of studio recording, it's live recording.
I guess my favorite thing would be the actual like getting hands-on with the job. So like running tables is probably my favorite thing to do.
If you're interested in joining one of the sound recording classes here on campus, stop by Whitney 131 to talk to Anthony Vidala or find him in the BMC department. For Laser Update, I'm Aiden Mead.
There's always something interesting going on in the Broadcast and Media and Communication department. A lot of work goes into recording music, and if you ever wanted to learn how to improve the way your instruments sound, try this class out. You'll find it to be quite electric. Well, that's almost it for us, but after the break, we'll take a look into the mysteries of Shoppingtown Mall.
I've always wondered how it got to where it is now.
Well, get a pen and paper and be sure to pay attention to the video this time. But first, are you looking to smile a little more in your life? Well, you might just want to check out The Smiling Friends.
The new season comes out midnight on May 12th. You can find it on Adult Swim and HBO Max. day after. I can't wait to see the kind of shenanigans the smiling friends will get themselves into.
The thing that caught my attention first about OCC is when you are on campus, you forget that you're at a community college and you think that you're at a four-year institution. What I love about OCC the most is the diverse student population. Every semester it's different. The student experience and what they are bringing to campus is really what makes this experience unique. It really has broadened my scope in ways I can better help and serve students. I think that has really made me grow as a professional.
I would probably recommend OCC to people if they're trying to find a more affordable route than a private school. And if they're intending on going to a four-year school, I feel like that's a smarter approach. I struggle with math a lot, so it's pretty cool how they offer tutoring. I've been going to that.
What will your OCC story be?
I found that by going to OCC, it allowed me to enter in programs that would allow me to focus on like my personal life and my work. I think most professors here do want to see you succeed. All faculty here is definitely like more than happy to help, with any scheduling or future planning or, in regards to grades or anything like that. Like, I find most professors are more than willing. I could realistically recommend anyone to attend.
Looking for a song that is both super smooth but also super heavy? Well, listen for no further than the brand Nightlife of their single Fool Me Once.
The song came out in 2022, and you can listen to it on both Spotify and YouTube Music.
Welcome back to Laser Update. I'm Terrell Rains.
And I'm Joe Mazie.
Let's move on to our final segment. I'm dying to learn about Shoppingtown Mall and how it got to where it is today.
Well, if you've ever driven around Erie Boulevard, you've most likely noticed a large building that looks like it's seen better days. You may not realize it now, but that used to be one of Syracuse's many attractions. Peter DiBello tells us more on Did You Know?
In recent years, den malls have been popping up all throughout the United States. There are various reasons as to why, but fingers point toward the global pandemic being a main player within those reasons. One of these den malls are actually right here in Syracuse. That mall is DeWitt's very own Shoppingtown. As of now, the fallen giant lays quiet, decaying under age, being tattooed by vandalizers and graffitists alike. It wasn't always like this. In fact, it was only sealed up fairly recently. Beneath the aging foundation and parking lot full of potholes, this building holds a very rich history. In 1954, the brand new Shoppingtown was actually an open-air strip mall. Shoppingtown held a grand opening with 4 days of excitement, giveaways, and lots of deals. At the time, it had only 18 stores such as JCPenney, Woolworth, Kinney Shoes, and Walgreens. There were also spots for entertainment, such as a movie theater and an arcade. It would remain that way until 1975, when renovations began turning Shoppingtown into an all-year mall, finally turning the outside inside. After all, one can imagine how cold it would get during the winter months in Syracuse. As soon as August came around that same year, Shoppingtown had grown significantly, with thousands of people going to shop at a time. 72% of tenants were retail stores, with 15 restaurants to join them, leaving customers with plenty to see and do. In 1991, the building was renovated once again, adding a food court and a movie theater. This was due to Carousel Center, now Destiny USA, opening the previous year. It boasted more space, more stores, and more patrons. In reply to Carousel, Shoppingtown retaliated with a much more impressive merry-go-round, complete with 2 levels and 24 horses. Not only that, but it also had an indoor skate park, martial arts classes, gymnastics, fencing, and so much more. As time went on, the amount of venues in Shoppingtown started going down to almost half, and 4 restaurants remained of the original 15. Then, the anchor stores began to leave, with Sears being the last one of those anchors to leave in 2018 due to bankruptcy. Only a few small shops remained, including the movie theater. Finally, the mall was sealed shut in March 2020, marking the end of Shoppingtown. Now, District East is set to promote walkability, include multiple levels of consumer and lifestyle engagement, and have an experience for both guests and residents alike. Now you know about the life, death, and future of Shoppingtown Mall.
Despite being on hold for years, Shoppingtown's transformation into District East is still working on getting local, state, and environmental approvals. Officials hope to reach an agreement sometime soon.
Well, that's it for Laser Update today. Don't forget to join us every Tuesday and Thursday to be in the know as to what's going on here at OCC.
Stay updated, be sure to like, subscribe, and put those push notifications on.
I'm Terrell Rains.
And I'm Joe Mazie. This has been Laser Update.